Get rid of this side thing.
Do.
This
Just
thing,
hit
I
it.
can't get rid of it.
Okay, all right. Okay, I
Get
guess.
rid of this side thing.
Do.
This thing, I can't get rid of it.
Okay, welcome. We're super excited to be in the call today. Let's wait a second, make sure that everything's being recorded. Yeah. All right, perfect. Okay. Welcome. We have an amazing week. We are getting ready to graduation next week. Adrian said, "Don't remind me." Yeah, this is gonna be actually it's already been busy the last week, and these coming 2 weeks are gonna be super busy. Next week is the graduation of our kids, but that doesn't stop us from being here and talking to people at all, because we have something great to share with everybody. Let me go back first to the calendar to remind everybody that we have the different calls that we have, and you look at the calendar in a second. Let me share. Yeah, because you know where the calendar is. It's just that I want to make sure all of you see it here. Okay, we had the different calls, the power call, and as you see, the different calls that we had. Then Wednesday, we are going to have the power hour. Remember, the time is a new time. That is, yes, right there, the new time. Okay, perfect. The power hour is 11 o'clock Central Time. 11 o'clock Central Time. I want to remind everybody because last Wednesday, I know some people missed it because they forgot that they didn't see it. Then at night, we have the call here, by the way, up here is the old time, 12 o'clock. It's actually 11 o'clock. It's corrected in the following weeks, but it's 11 o'clock Central Time, and just adjust it to your time. Then at night we have the Global Wellness Call. It's going to be really powerful. I think Adrian's doing this Wednesday. Then on Thursday night, Carrie McMahon, I can't even pronounce it, and Adrian Ruiz, that you know who she is, both of them are going to be doing the call this coming Thursday night. Make sure you invite people because it's going to be an amazing call, and there are going to be 2 great guests too. We are going to know more about that. But again, this Thursday night at 7 o'clock our time, the time has changed. You see, the time is already, it's 10 o'clock Central Time, it's 8 o'clock Eastern Time. And we are going to have the call, and let me stop sharing. I just wanted to show you that. And you want to sit down here? Because
yes, and also, thank you. Yeah. Hello, everybody. As a reminder too, Amy Dunlap and Dr. C.B. Helsel are starting their Glow Up Tour, which is the first event is going to be in Overton and Kansas City this Thursday. So let me double check is that on the calendar?
I didn't see it.
Okay, I'm going to get it to you guys as well. I'll put it in the chat feature, but that's something if you guys have people in Kansas City that you're going to want to make sure that they get to. So let me see here. Julianne Lagerstrom is going to be there. Dr. C.V. Helsel, Amy Dunlap. So if you guys have people in that area, I would definitely not miss out on that. So let me come in here. Yeah, so it's Thursday, May 16th at 6:30 p.m. So if you guys have people in the Kansas City area, in the Overland Park area, it's going to be at the ACA Overland. It's such a tiny thing, ACA Overland. Let me forward this in to, and then we'll get it out to the groups. But yeah, that is going to be one that you do not want to miss out on. Here we go. I'm going to send it in text too to the 3 stars and above, and then we'll get it to everybody. Okay, so that's this Thursday. So this Thursday, if you guys have never seen Carrie McMahon do a presentation before, she's kind of new to, not presenting, but she is new to hosting this Thursday. She's got an incredible team that she's building up in Connecticut. So you guys will not want to miss out on introducing your guest to Carrie McMahon this Thursday. She's a phenomenal speaker. She did a lot of work for fundraising for big, huge nonprofit organizations. So she's very professional, like really, really with it. She loves talking about three, is a total health nut. And she had a really incredible story with the collagen, with the scar that she had, and the collagen pretty much took it away. So she's going to share that plus before and after photos. So whatever you do this week, I would highly encourage you to at least get two people, two guests, not just two teammates, but two guests onto this Thursday's team call. And like George said, as a reminder, we are an hour ahead of time. So yeah, we realize that's a little bit earlier for our Pacific Coast team and our mountain team. But at the same time, I feel like across the board, if you can just even get on at the halfway through mark, that's totally fine. But definitely invite your guests and see if they can get on at the right time. So I'll be doing that with Carrie.
Carrie's a 3-star in case.
Yes, she's the 3-star. Yep. So she's phenomenal. So I'm excited about that. And my goodness, you guys, despite the fact that we have a lot going on, like George and I said, I'm doing my own follow-up calls this week. Right now, I've got a big, huge list of things to do, a to-do list. But I just come back to those daily basics where if you can be recruit 2 per day, right? If you guys can be connecting with 2 people per day, sharing what we have, sharing the 3 story, sending information, getting them to, re-engaging the connection. Maybe you guys go back to people you've talked to in the past. I had a really good meeting this weekend with a physical therapist that I had met on an airplane. Do you remember that, Nicole? I think I told you that. I was with Dr. Bourdon. I met this really beautiful physical therapist on the plane going from Dallas to Japan. And she was just so cute and so fun. So anyway, so I had a lot of fun with her this weekend, and she's looking at the tools right now. So what do I need to do? It's Monday. I've got to follow up with Jessica, so there's just a lot going on. And I don't know if you guys feel it too. If you guys are feeling that, drop that in the chat. Be like, yes, times are a little, crazy, but I'm doing it. If you're doing it, say I'm doing it. Put it in the chat for me so I know I can see that you guys are still working. And yes, this week, I believe is the most important thing is just hitting each event really hard. Let me just I don't want to do it like that. I was going to share something, but I'm not, never mind. We'll do that later. Can you tell my thoughts are like, Nicole's doing it. 25 days until Tulum. I know a lot of you guys are closing in on that, and it is total go time for you. But you know what? My calendar's still open, FYI. I don't want George to scare you and say like you can't book time with us. You absolutely can book time with me right now. If the calendar's open, we will make it work. So make sure. Yeah,
yeah, that's important. If the calendar is open, means that we are available.
Yes.
If we didn't want to be available, we disappear. Yeah. We have a little boat there or something like that.
Yes. So we'll try to get in as many conversations as you can before like the 22nd. Yeah. Okay. The 21st and 22nd is going to be more the days that I'm going to be, not incapacitated mentally. So with everything else that's going on. And then after that, I'm free again. Okay. Then we're free and we're going to launch a big thing. And I'm trying to book out a tour for this summer. If you guys want us to come to your area and you guys think that you can put 25 people in a room, let's do it. And I even talked to Dr. Jessica Bourdon, and I was like, it'd be really great if we could tour together. Do you think you could pick like a week or something? We could hit some cities back to back to back. So if that's something you guys want, put it in the chat, be like, yes. And that's really what I'm after is just, I got to get through. Are you okay? Okay, George has got the computer all up and down.
Sorry, no, I was moving the iPad.
Yes, so we're going to get through all of that. But truly, I truly believe that teamwork makes the dream work. So if you guys are closing in on the Tulum trip right now, hustle like you've never hustled before. Like just get it done, try to get it done. The last thing, and I know that this is the time of year, and I'm just going to be honest with you. I don't think we all have the same 24 hours, especially this time of year, because everybody is running in total different directions. Like Irene's finishing out the school year for teaching. I mean, Nicole's got her son's graduating 4 weeks after my girls. Like, there's all this stuff going on. So this is the busiest time of year, but it's also the most crucial time to knock some of this stuff out, because as soon as summer hits, people really they start to check out, right? Like Nicole will say, they got to the beach. They're going to the beach. Okay. They're gone to the Jersey Shore. All right. So we want to just make sure that we knock out as many presentations as possible and help each other out. So if, come May 21st, you've got some health professional that you need somebody to talk to, you can't get a hold of me, let's reach out to the team in the thread and the new WhatsApp thread. So how many of you guys have seen the new WhatsApp announcements group? Okay, so we're back to that based on information from last week. So we are going to WhatsApp. Now, if you'll notice, I have not closed out Shout. Shout is still available. I know a lot of you guys are still on there because you're plugging into some other, what other teams are doing too. So we have not gotten rid of Shout yet. But we created a group. So the way that groups work on WhatsApp is it's like you have a main announcements page. So there's not chit chat in there. It's just straight announcements, which you guys see Tasha putting the events out that you can forward onto your teams, right? And to the people that you want to prospect to. Then there is a separate team chat. So within a announcement group, you have different chat availability, kind of similar to Shout. And so what we're trying to do right now is find a way to make one of those just a hot links or quick links so that it'll be a one-stop shop in WhatsApp for right now until we can get the website updated. The website actually is pretty updated. There's just a few things in there that we're still trying to organize. So that is the homework I've been working on with Tasha and George, is getting some of that stuff in better alignment for you guys to receive information in one place, 1 to 2 places. My goal is to just be able to have the WhatsApp and the website, and that's it. Okay, and that's all you guys will need.
And simplify it. It's gonna. The idea is to simplify and make it much simpler for everything, and make it. I don't know. You have seen the series of book. I don't know, for example, Cooking for Dummies, etc. We want to make sure that we have 3 for dummies. Sorry, I don't know where I came with that.
Following cookies for dummies. Well, it does feel, I do feel like a dummy when it comes to cookies on social media and trying to link all this stuff on Wix. If there's any Wix users in the group that's really good at Wix, put it in the chat, because I might need you. Okay, so I might need you for a little bit of help with transferring some things over. Like my goal is to be able to have the team calendar and everything right on the website, so that it's not everything's discombobbled. Now I know a lot of us are still using the hot links that are on Shout, so that's why we're trying to get what's the most important links and try to get all of our training resources on one Google Doc, one page, so that it's just all in one spot. Okay, so that's our plan right now, until we can get even more efficient. We're doing onboarding training still. George did Saturday's onboarding training, and so I kind of
that's not going to change.
Yeah, I like the cleaned up schedule. I need to make sure. Oh, I just realized that the working power hour from Monday is not on there. But really, the working power hour Wednesday is going to be more like a tech splits. I think we agreed. How did that go last week, Nicole? Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yes. Hi, everyone. I think what happened was that I was still on the schedule for the time difference, and luckily George got on, and then Maggie texted me. She's like, "Hi, remember we're going to be on?" I'm like, "Oh my gosh," because I totally had the time. So we got into it. We shared a little bit. George luckily was on with a couple of great people, but then we got to business and we started texting some people, and we put up the booking blitz, and we did that. So it was really good, and we utilized that time. So we kind of did about 30 minutes of connecting and sharing and mindset and piece like that. I was a little late, pardon me. And then we went right into reaching out and texting and following up. So that was good.
Perfect.
Good. Yes, I know. We're all getting used to the new time schedule. This week should be even better. We'll be in a better flow. So just as a reminder, just watch the team calendar. You can get that link on Shout. Also, you can just copy and paste the link and put it in a note somewhere. Like, here's the team calendar, because it's just the calendar whiz, so you guys will be able to see that there. So follow that. So when in doubt, check the team calendar. And then when you have questions, utilize the WhatsApp chat thread for the Legacy Makers. It says Legacy Makers team chat. Let me see if I can show this real quickly. I'll just show my desktop. Hold on, show desktop. You're probably going to see yourselves for a second. And then in the WhatsApp, and this Wednesday, oh my gosh. Okay, so this Wednesday, our very own Nicole Barone is going to be on the Wellness Wednesday with Dr. Dan and Dr. Tim Schneider. Oh my gosh, it's going to be such a good call. I cannot even. Okay, so I don't know what I'm sharing with you right now. This is probably not good. Okay, let me see. Where's our Legacy Makers team chat? Okay, so you guys were added. You see, we're trying to actively add people in here to the chat. The difference between the chat and the announcement group. So there's Legacy Makers chat and there is Legacy Maker. Oh, okay. Well, that's how it's showing on mine. Let me see if I can just do like a search. Oh, here. Nope, that's 3 stars. Okay, let's see. Legacy. Okay. Makers team chat.
Yeah, I think that's it. Is the last one.
That's the chat though, but that's not the announcements. Let me see. Legacy Makers. I'll try the whole thing. Makers. It's all under the same umbrella. Let me see. Announcements. Okay, well, like for example, like so you'll see the difference. Like this is and we merged the old chat group. So you're gonna see some people come, some people go. Okay, I got it. All right, let me move this out of the way. Let me move it. I'm trying to move this.
Is there a car running?
Okay, so you'll see here the announcements one has these little like, what are they called? It's like a microphone. No, what's it called? Somebody help me out.
Microphone?
Can't remember what
Megaphone.
megaphone. Thank
Megaphone, yeah, sorry.
Cheerleaders. I had plenty of them.
yes, it's
Megaphone.
a thing. So the announcements is you'll see here is the megaphone. And so this is where you're gonna find all, like she just put Happy Mother's Day out. Okay, so oh, interesting. Okay, so yeah. So there's that in announcements. And then the other one is the chat. So you should be able to, let me make sure that that went, okay, yeah, it's just loading on my computer. Okay, let me see. And you guys, anybody can add to this. So as you guys bring on new members, just FYI, like if you were to click on announcements, you click here, you can click add member. And then you can invite them with a community link, or if they're in your phone, you can actually like add them, like click and add. Okay. So that is a good thing right there. So if you're wondering like, how do I add people in there? Anybody can add people into there like from now on. So when you enroll somebody, that's a part of your onboarding now, is making sure that they're a part of the team chat so that they're invited to all of the things. Team announcements so that they're invited to all of the things. Okay. So this is the community. This is the announcements group. And then where is the chat? Well, and then the chat, I guess, shows up separate as a separate chat. Oops, let me see here. Chat. Okay, guys. See, you're not the only one. Okay, there we go. So then the chat has the little chat bubbles. See? So that's the difference there. Let me know if you guys can see this. Drop a yes in the comments or a 1 in the comments so that you guys can see this right.
I can see it.
Okay, thanks, George. I just double checking. I wasn't sure. Okay. So yeah, so and we were trying to add more people in there too, like I said. So, and again, same thing. If you click on the group up on top, you can click add members down here. It looks a little bit different. Okay. So that's how you guys will add members in there so that they can, so when you have questions, it says, hello friends, this team chat group is where we will converse and ask questions and participate collaboratively to discuss on a daily basis. If you need to speak with anyone in the team, this chat is open for discussion. So let's say you're coming in here and you're like, hey guys, you know, you might want to come in and say like, I have 2 guests for Thursday, you know, who's with me? We could get people riled up and excited that way. And then if you were trying to figure out what's next as far as announcements, you'd come back to the announcements group. Like Samson Lee did a great job tonight, right? On the Global Monday up. So yeah. Okay. Alrighty. So, okay. So that's that. Is everybody cool with that? Thumbs up. Okay. All right. Just trying to make it more simplified. Yes, the Thursday calls will be recorded, and then there is a team trainings and recordings in that same Legacy Makers. So there'll be another one. So where it's like got team chat, there'll be trainings and recordings. So we're going to start putting them in there. Right now, they're still being pushed out in Shout. So on the team trainings and recordings links on Shout, they're there right now.
Yeah, because we have to migrate it. And the opportunity calls, by the way, are going to be also on the channel if you want to do three-way Zoom, the calls on the three-way. We don't have the new ones yet there, but they are going to be there. The Zoom calls. The
Oh.
opportunity calls.
I'm like, what are you talking about?
The
Okay,
opportunity
so
calls.
The Thursday global showcase.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Alrighty.
They're
Okay.
not there yet. We had to edit the last one, the one that we did last Saturday.
Mhm.
It has to be edited.
That was
Yeah.
a great call on Saturday. And I just put in the note there, the author that George really encouraged us to tap into his books.
Definitely.
Phenomenal. And it's Hardy. What's his name?
Benjamin Hardy.
Benjamin Hardy. And I put it in the chat there.
Yeah.
Yeah, his latest book, 10x is better than 2x.
To
I
it.
recommend it because you can set up huge goals in the next 21 days. The cruise, set up good goals, big goals you never know where you can go when you put the real big goals. And that book is amazing because it talks about the psychology behind that. It's an amazing book. And
Yeah, he's kind of like the new cool guy, but he's
Yeah,
doing it very differently. And I like the science and also the just like the quantum physics about what he's talking about, I feel like is really unique. Do you want to share just like a little bit, like if somebody
here, I'm going to share my
Okay.
screen. Start broadcast. Okay. Now there it is. Let me, oh shoot, stop it. But let me get it again.
Okay.
Hold on a second, because with my finger is different. I don't have the pen. I have to do it with my finger. Okay, let me go to,
Mhm.
I don't know how to do it here.
Okay.
Um,
Thank you, Irene. Yes, he does have a YouTube if you'd rather watch, and it might be a little bit more
okay,
quicker.
I'm
but
gonna
yeah.
do it a different way because this is not gonna.
Everybody learns differently, and it might be easier for different circumstances to do one over another. So I
Okay.
appreciated learning that.
Oh, that means I can do that. Perfect.
So I think we have to
Let me see. if
show
I
the
can erase.
whole.
Yeah. Oh, you don't see anything from there?
While you
Yeah.
guys are doing that, I'm going to share something I wrote down that Samson said on the global call, which I thought was a really great verbiage. And let me know what you guys think. Put it in the chat. But he was saying, he started it out. No, one of the testimonials was the lady at the end. And she was from California. And she said, as she was talking about her, taking a look at this opportunity, she said, what would it cost you to do inaction?
Yeah.
And that just like really landed on me in such a way, right? And so we're talking to people all the time and they're not making a decision, right? And they're wanting more facts and they're wanting some more things. And I thought that just landed on me so well and I had to jot it down. So what would it cost you to do inaction? Right? Like why wait?
Yes.
Right? And I don't know. Does that land anybody? Like put it in the chat.
Yes. Thank you, Nicole.
Perfect. Now you see the past, present, future. We have the three of them. Everybody set up the goal based on the past. And then the future is dictated by you doing the present. And then you set up your goals in the present. And that's why it's hard to set big goals. So some people are afraid to set goals because they are basing their decision making a goal on the past. Because they think, I've not done this before. Why do I have to? I'm going to be successful. And then your actions in the present are not much different from the past to try to get to a goal. But what if you do it backwards? What if instead of doing that, you have the goal, and then you set up a big goal, and then the present, you adjust those actions to do that goal. Doesn't matter what it takes. We know what it takes, but doesn't matter what it takes. It has to be an adjustment, not only in the action, but in our mindset. And then at the same time, we reframe the past. Whatever happened in the past, we think, okay, if that had not happened, I would not be in the position today to improve myself. It doesn't matter what it is. Even if it was a bad situation, it's good to reframe it. And that's basically what we do. And then the future, and by the way, that's why the book 10x is better than 2x. You can set up huge goals doing that because now you are not dictated by what you believe of the past, but you are going to reframe everything based on the goal in the future. You can, and that's why set up big goals, and then your action is going to be going with those big goals. And I loved what you can, by the way, download the audio book 10x times 2x or whatever. 10x is better than 2x, and also you can actually buy the book if you want to. But that's the basics, and that's why set up a huge goal. it seems impossible. And the book, there are tons of examples. Also, he has a lot of videos that has tons of examples, but that's basically what it is in a nutshell. Probably we go deeper in another time, but this is that nutshell, is that and there's no limit to what we can reach. The limits that we are putting in ourselves, because we still are living in the past, even if we don't know it.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's our goal.
Yes, Beata, we'd love to hear from you.
Well, I just wanted to ask, I looked up on Audible, that's 10x is easier than 2x. And then there's another one called The Gap and the Gain. And I'm just
That's pretty
curious if you have a preference of one over the other.
Yeah.
I think if you're going for a goal, I would do 10x is better than 2x, because he really kind of blows up the concept of like the reason you aim low is because you're aiming based on the past. But if you would just aim big, your effort would be bigger. You
Yes.
know, and so I like that, because I like getting motivated in that way, where it's like, okay, who cares if I've never, earned a trip before? Who cares if I never brought in 8,000 CV in 4 weeks? I'm just going to go for it anyways. And like miracles happen when you're in that space of I'm going to go for it anyways. And so if that's a place that you want to live in, I would start living in that feeling now. And I would start with the 10x is better than 2x, because let me just tell you, my friends, a lot can happen in a short amount of time when you put your mindset to it. And I think that's a place that we all need to be in right now. I think there's a lot of flux, a lot of transition, a lot of busy stuff going on. It's busy, 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 but not necessarily like moving you forward, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, how can you 10x your goal with, and that's the thing too. He's like, you don't have to have 10x effort. You just have to have 10x as the goal. And it seems like that you might be doing the same amount of effort, or maybe a little bit more effort, but either way, you're bypassing but first I got to do this, and next time I got to do this, and that, and you're like trying to plan it all out. And he's saying, just jump.
Well, and actually you can do even less effort, because one of the things that he said, you get rid of 80% of the things that don't serve you anymore.
Yeah.
And you are focusing on that 20% that's going to get you there. But another reason that book is so important is because the newest book is the one that's getting into a new group of people that we didn't get before. He's been interviewed everywhere because the result that he's having in his personal individual coaching and his companies. And now the other books are amazing. The one that you just mentioned, the other one is not the how, it's the who, and all those books that I download all of them too are amazing. But the focus will be the 10x, because that's gonna help you to advance, to go very quick in your goals. And we're probably gonna be referring once in a while to those books, because I just started reading. I downloaded on Friday.
Yeah.
Sorry.
He's
I
like
think
the new
they're
kid on the block, but he's the new kid on the block for a reason.
And with great
Like,
experience.
yeah, and he's got a ton of great experience. And I feel like he's putting it in even like more layman terms for all of us, so that we can like get to the point. Do you know what I mean? Like, instead of like beating around the bush of, methodical, this, that, and the other, he kind of just gets to the point. And I, of course, my personality. I personally appreciate people just getting to the point, but it's nice to be able to just like dive into his work and just feel like you're already like you already have everything you need to get started.
Yes.
And you just need to change a few mindset shifts.
And then going to our business here is according to the goal that we really want. It's really only 2 people contact a day is enough. Think about that. Or what kind of people we are going to be contacting too. That could be very important too, because it's also the quality. It's why he said, when you have huge goals, your focus change to different quality activities that include quality people, etc. And the example that he has, when he had the interview with Dr. Marion Golden, and he was talking about a result that he just had from a call that he had hours before, I'm thinking, this is incredible. And of course, is why I got crazy into the concept. But our goals, how many actions? What's your big goal? What would be your biggest goal that you can think about in the next 90 days or the end of the year? Think about that. Or even in the next 20 days that we have for the Tulum. Think about that. But anyway, and goes to what we are doing now, definitely.
Yeah. One of the things is when you guys get really clear-headed about what that next thing is that you're supposed to accomplish, even if it seems like a big task, like reaching the Tulum trip, okay? Once you get super duper clear on what it is, like all of your activity, your mindset, everything will shift towards making that happen, and the right people show up.
Yeah.
And I think that's like the key to getting in that space. Like, look back to any time in your life where you've created success at some point. Maybe it felt like a big feat, right? But if you look back on it, you're like, wow, every day I did something that built up to this massive thing that happened, and I did it. So it's that same massive achievement moment where you're like, it is the little things, right? It's in the details that it happens. So like George was talking about, maybe 2's not enough to meet that goal right now, and you guys do a little bit more, but I promise there's so much for you guys to plug into that it's just like, it's super easy to just like get in, know that you have the system, but get your mindset right. Does that make sense? And then from there, like you'll just every day, you'll be able to produce in peace, right? Because you'll be like, okay, this is my goal. I know I'm going to get there. I don't know how yet, but I feel prompted to call Bobby, or I feel prompted to call Jody, or I feel prompted to call Sue. You know what I mean? Like all of a sudden names will start popping into your head because your brain goes to work to accomplish the task at hand, but you've got to give it the task, just that task. The big task is making the Tulum trip before June 2nd. I've got 2 weeks. You know what I mean? What needs to be done before then? Okay, I'm going to maybe have to call 2 people per week, but your mind will put you there. It'll put you in that space of being able to accomplish that. And we want everybody on that trip with us. So it's worth the rally. It really, really is. It's changing to 3international.com, and they issued an email. You'll be able to look in your emails, Beata, and 3 events or 3.
Yeah, they've been sending emails.
One and
the last
3,
2
they've been
weeks.
sending
Check
one a
your
week.
emails.
They've been sending one a week that talks about the new links. That those will be updated as well.
Now the company is 3international.com.
And Beata, if you want to update the welcome letter we've been using, then great. Send that on over to me, sister. Once you have that, we'll make sure that it gets in there. Okay. So that would be so appreciated.
I'm chortling.
I know. Don't turtle. Rise to the occasion. Get out of your shell. And just copy the other one and we'll fix the links. Okay, go ahead, Irene. Yes.
I was just going to say one thing that's been helping me. Instead of feeling overwhelmed about everything I haven't done yet, when I go to bed at night, it kind of goes along with the gratitude mode that George and you have talked about a lot, but it's a sister to it. But I think I've got to learn to celebrate what I got done today so that I can have a better energy to project for tomorrow. And then I never go to bed without putting down what I want to envision and see myself accomplishing at the end of the day that I can put to task. Writing it down, looking at it, saying it, envisioning of how it's going to feel when I get that done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The Feeling is the Secret is another book that's wonderful. George has talked about that too in the past. And I used that a lot several years ago. And the more I embraced that, the more I got done.
Yeah.
Feeling how you want to feel when you get there.
Yeah, absolutely, Irene. Exactly. It is that. And you know this as well. Do you remember when we said we're going to do a bikini competition? We were scared of our boots and we're like, I can't believe that we just said and then signed up for it. And then we're like, okay, we have 6 weeks to literally get our booties in gear, like literally get our booties in gear, 6 weeks. And we're the whole time imagining what that is going to feel like to be on stage in a bikini in front of all those people looking at you.
Do you remember what I said?
That, my friends, there is truly nothing more frightening than that.
Do you know what I said to Adrienne? I said, there is no way I can do that. I know my kids would not be happy. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
So I'm more freaking scared about what they're going to think about their mother trying to be Miss Youngster, and a bikini. And you said, Irene, I want you to promise me, just go forward and do the steps that it's going to take to do the do. Do you remember that?
Yes.
And when we get to the point where we're at the goal that we've been trying to reach, then I'm going to ask you, so how do you feel now? Do you really want to go and do it? Do you remember that?
Yes.
You made me promise. So I said, okay, I can do that. I'll do the steps. I'll do the do, and I'll be disciplined with you. And then and then you said, hey, what are you thinking now? And when I got there, I thought, well, why would I not do it now? I got to my goal.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. So a lot of times you just have to imagine yourself on that Tulum trip. Imagine what that's going to feel like being on the beach with the team, with the same gear on and all the fun stuff, right? You just have to imagine being there and then go to work to accomplish the task. And that's really what it is. What will it take today for me to achieve that? And so I think rounding that corner, I promise, names will pop out of the woodwork, and they're doing it for a reason. Just trust your gut, trust your instincts. If there's a reason that, God, the universe, whatever comes up and gives you a name and it says, call this person, just do it. Just call them to say hi. It doesn't always have to be about 3. It can just be because you were prompted and they came to your mind, and tell them that you came to my mind. How are you? How's everything going? Oh my gosh. Well, let me tell you. I mean, things will come out that you can't even imagine. And I promise it's just those daily activities, but it is true. It got to a point where, you know, and Irene can say this, like our daily routine is honestly what fueled us, and it made us feel so much better. And then going and doing that thing and getting that reward at the end is, you know, the most exciting piece. But if we hadn't been able to, in other words, I want to say the word produce in peace, because we had a system.
Exactly.
System.
And
Yeah.
we were accountable to each other, and we had a feeling of empowerment and pride when we did what we said we would do.
Yes. And honestly, isn't that just it? Like, you feel a sense of guilt, and like somehow you get into like blame, shame game, you know, or whatever with yourself when you don't call 2 people per day, or you don't connect with 2. But then when you do it, you're like, I feel so much more relieved. I could probably call 2 more. Do you know what I mean? But it's just getting to that point where you allow yourself to just do the activity. Like, don't second guess yourself. It's like going to the gym in the morning. If you don't have your shoes and your outfit set out the night before, you're probably not going to accomplish that task, right? It's just not that important to you. Well, so if you make it a priority, you can produce in peace, and you can do it really, really well. And that's what I want to say to you. Don't fight against yourself, right? The resistance is what causes the, you know, disappointment. But truly, it's the dedication and the discipline to just plugging people into the links, the videos, getting them onto the calls, you guys. And I promise you, it'll be like, boom, and you'll accomplish it. And you'll be like, woo, that was fast. How did I do that? You know?
Those daily successes will fuel you to go and do it again the next day.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So
Well-
something that I was going to say, but really quick, there's an offer on Amazon right now. If you don't have Audible, they have a cool. Yeah, I'm going
Oh,
into
okay.
the.
Oh, here we go.
Oh.
Okay. Delay.
Okay.
Audible.
Yeah, let me see it goes here. Okay,
Mhm.
can you see it?
Mm-hmm.
No, they can't. Oh, shoot.
Okay.
They cannot see it.
Oh, well, I think she put it here, right?
Yeah, well, no, that's not it. Well,
Okay.
in Amazon, they have they have you go to the Amazon site, Audible. If you don't have Audible and you do a trial, they give you this book for free in audio right now, if you don't have Audible.
Yeah.
The 10X is easier than I'm not gonna try to get it because I have to get in again to show you in the picture. But it's right now free if you don't have Audible. If you have Audible, you use your credits or you pay for it. I used my credits because
I use my credits.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
But anyway, and by the way, focus just in one book. I know we talk about other books, but only one book, because this book could be the manual for the next few months.
So true. Right. And it really is. And it will be, because you guys also, not only about Tulum, but where do you want to be walking across the stage at convention? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, are you a 3-star yet? Are you a 3-star pro? Are you a 3-star elite? Where do you want to be? That's a good place to ask yourself where you want to 10X. Do you know what I'm saying? So I would start with that. Too, and just be thinking long-term, right? Like my daily activities produce my long-term results. Okay. All right. Go get the book. We'll see you guys on. Reminder for Empowerment Tuesday tomorrow. We're going to do Booking Blitz Wednesday. And then, I mean, I think we should book straight to Wellness Wednesday, because Nicole, our amazing Nicole, is going to be hosting with Dr. Dan and Dr. Tim Schneider. Hello. What a dream team. Dr. Tim Schneider, I think he's a heart healthy doctor, isn't he? Or is that Baker? I don't remember, but it's going to be phenomenal. Can you turn off sharing?
I just wanted to show really quick because I have it here. Oh, where's Amazon? Oh no, Amazon is closed.
We're ready to go.
Shoot, never mind.
Yeah, we're at the top of the hour. So we're almost at the top of the hour. We wanted to only be a half hour, but we're having so much fun together. So I don't want to keep you guys too much longer. I want you guys to be able to focus on your list, plug into the team calendar. We're booking Wellness Wednesday out like crazy. That's the goal this week. Get as many people as you can onto Wellness Wednesday that are health oriented. And then after that, if they can't make Wednesday, where are they going to go? Thursday, okay, OPP with Carrie McMahon, Adrienne Ruiz, and she's going to have some incredible guests from her team. So I can't wait for you guys to hear those stories. It's going to be great. All right, we will see you guys online on Wednesday. Invite. And remember, 10X is easier than 2X, and let's go for Tulum. Okay, good night, everybody. Have a wonderful evening. We'll see you. Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Bye, guys. George will send you the link. He's very excited about it. Okay.